presentation on, Lauren?
My presentation is on YouTube and identity development.
Because you know nothing about YouTube, right?
Oh, not at all. I think the people here think I'm crazy. Hello, I'm talking to my camera. But you can listen if you want. Oddly enough, my project is on YouTube, so I'm telling the YouTubers right now about it. My little introduction about all the research that I did on social networking and how little research there is on YouTube. The only study that I could find on YouTube actually was talking about how most of the videos that are getting a wide audience are like cats and things, and we know better than that. I pretty much am looking at identity development, how different types of social networking, specifically YouTube, can affect that. Because if you look at the least anonymous, you have like chat rooms where the only thing that people see about you is your username, and you can be anyone you want and they'll never know any better. To like MySpace, where you kind of end up being an idealized version of yourself, where like you pick only good pictures of yourself and then you type up a little bio that's whatever you want people to know about you, whether it's true or not, just to make you sound interesting. And then you have Facebook, where yeah, you can post your bio and your pictures, but then your friends will also post things, so you don't really have very much control, and you end up with a little bit more accurate picture of who you really are. And then you have YouTube, which is just kind of the extreme of everything, because you're literally seeing yourself on a camera. You don't get to hide anything. There are little things you can hide, like what you're wearing, or whether you look nice, or whether your background is pretty, or whether you have a messy dorm room behind you. So there are little things that you do get to change, but whereas on MySpace you just type up a little paragraph that doesn't really affect you, you just put it up and never read it again. On YouTube you're actually physically acting in this different, improved way, and I wanted to see whether or not that changed who you really are as a result. So what I did was I sent out an online survey to people who volunteered, who had posted at least 10 videos on YouTube. So they're kind of used to this, they've done it before, they've experienced it, and I asked them open-ended questions such as, do you act or dress differently when you make a video to try and look better than you do normally? And then also asking how positive and negative feedback affects you. Whereas it would hurt me, I wanted to see if it would actually hurt other people, because a lot of people just let that roll off their backs. It doesn't matter. So then I also asked them how their experiences with YouTube has affected who they are, the way that they think about themselves. Look at those results. I actually had to edit that down considerably because my paper was super long. Alright, so right over here we have my graphs. This is figure 1 right here. Ooh. Figure 1 shows reported effects of YouTube on the lives and identities of participants. This bar right here actually shows that almost 60% of people reported being more confident as a result of video blogging on YouTube. Having 23,000 people tell you that you're awesome every single time you post a video, it's going to make you pretty confident. It's going to make you feel really good about yourself. Almost 30% said that they became more outgoing in social situations as a result of possibly their confidence, but maybe of other things as well. And then that's awesome, because then you'll want to go out more. You'll realize, hey, if the whole internet thinks I'm really cool, maybe the 4 people who live next door who are having a party tonight might also like me. So then you're more likely to, I guess I'm videotaping myself. They also identified as part of a community. It's good to relate to other people, and video blogging allows you to do that really well. They also said that they were more open-minded, because if you're watching videos of other people who don't live near you, you get to kind of learn more about those other places, which is really cool. You end up being more motivated to learn new things like guitar, or to get better at singing, or to post more videos because people like to watch them. Figure 2 over here shows reported changes in portrayal of participants in videos. So 50% of people actually reported saying that they improved their looks, so that they dressed up or wore makeup or did their hair or cleaned up their room or whatever they had to do to look more interesting or look nicer than they do in real life. People also reported that they're more animated. It's way more interesting to watch a video where people are animated. You guys know that. Also editing, which I'm going to have to do a lot of because I've been talking for like 25 minutes. I've actually been here talking for about 2 hours, but I've only been filming for about 20 minutes. It also shows that people are less inhibited in videos, which is pretty cool, and I understand totally that it's way less scary to talk to a camera than it is to talk to lots of people, which is why I'm kind of glad that nobody's over here listening to my presentation right now. If they're being less inhibited on a camera, like they're afraid to be themselves in front of people they don't know, they're gonna end up figuring out who they are as a result, because they're being themselves more than they could in front of people that they don't know in person. People also said that they improved their speech, but that also kind of goes in with the editing, that if you say something that doesn't sound so good, you just edit it out. We know about this. We know all about these things. That's kind of cool, because all day I've been trying to explain YouTube to people who don't really understand it. I'm way more enjoying talking to people who do understand this. Now, something that was really interesting, because I tend to get really hurt when people say mean things to me in comments. I asked them about like whether negative feedback. Almost 70% said it didn't mean anything to them, that they just rolled off their backs, that they don't care. And that's really cool. pretty emotionally damaged by some of the things that people say. Like I said, some people told me that it looked like I'd been beaten by the ugly stick. That's not nice.
I believe that.
Yeah, so at the same time, some people said that they got hurt, but then they also took that into consideration and then improved their videos in the future so that maybe they will get less. Pretty much the most exciting thing that I found out from this study is that the people who reported changing themselves in their videos actually ended up being more likely to experience these reported effects of positive changes in their lives. The people who were more likely to act like idealized versions of themselves for videos actually ended up realizing, if all of my subscribers really like who I am and what I have to say, you know what, I can bring that out in real life. I can be this person that you guys watch on YouTube all the time in real life. I can be like this in college, and you know what, that's what I'm doing right now, because there are all these people from college here. I'm hanging out with my professors, and you know, I'm pretty much just like I am in videos, thanks to you guys for making me more confident, making me more outgoing, and showing me that, hey, you know what, I can be really awesome despite the fact that I am really awkward and a dork. So I hope that you enjoyed my presentation. I know it took me a while to get it to you. I'm just now finishing my second study on YouTube, which actually focuses on social interaction through collab channels, which is really interesting. Hopefully I'll get to talk about it to you at some point, like I did with this. Thank you for making psychology interesting for me for the first time in like 4 years. I'm putting this on YouTube. Yeah.
I really think this is you're posting about your posting. That's
yeah.
I really like that.
I'm going to be editing this so much later because I just babble. I babble so much.
Nothing wrong with babbling.
Okay, they're used to it. The YouTube people are used to it. And there are all these little pink splotches right here that were not, these were not intentional.
I think they make it very beautiful.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Pretty pink splotches.